Well, it's been a little while. I've got a whole range of excuses of varying quality as to why I haven't kept up with my self-imposed upload schedule. As you may have seen by some of the shit posts on the channel, I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring recently. And I've also moved house, which took a lot of time and effort, just getting everything set up. And then work as usual. So between those, haven't had a whole lot of time for the old osrs. But hopefully today we can do something. Thinking of a quest, though I haven't really finalized which one. There's quite a few that would be good. Okay, so change of plans. We'll do Ghost Ahoy, just because it unlocks everything going on in Port Phasmatis. We have all the requirements. We get the Ectos farm. We're gonna have to do it at some point, so why not now? And the very first thing I'll do is to get the Ghost Speak amulet again, which I believe you can just talk to old mate here. I mean, talk to this guy here. There we go. Amulet of Ghost Speak. Hang on. Alright, let's see. Yes, you can. Ooh, epic shortcut. I might need, do they have a general store here? They do. Because I think I'll need pots and bones. Pots and buckets, rather, for the bones. Oh, there you go. I was talking about unlocking the city, but I can already get here. Even so, we'll continue on. Gotta wear this thing. Take pity on me, please. Eternity stretches out before me, and I am helpless in its grasp. What's the matter? Oh, I'm sorry, I was just wailing out loud. I didn't mean to scare you. No, that's okay. It takes more than a ghost to scare me. What is wrong? Maybe I should do a shit more feminine. Do you know the history of our town? No, could you tell me? I'm just being honest. I don't actually want her to tell me. I wish there was an option that said no, but I don't really know to know. Do you know why ghosts exist? Oh, a ghost is a soul left in limbo, unable to pass over to the next world. They might have something left to do in this world that torments them, or they may have died in a state of confusion. Yes, that is normally the case, but here, in Port Phasmatis, we of this town once chose freely to become ghosts. Why on earth would you do such a thing? It is a long story. Many years ago, this was a thriving port, a trade centre to the eastern lands of Gillinor. We became rich on the profits made from traders that came across the eastern seas. We were very happy, until Lord Drakkar noticed us. He sent unholy creatures to demand that a blood tithe be paid to the Lord Vampire, as is required from all in the domain of Mauritania. We had no choice but to agree to his demands. As the years went by, our numbers dwindled, and many spoke of abandoning the town for safer lands. Then, Necrovarus came to us. He came from the eastern lands, but more than that, little is known. Some say he was once a mage, some say a priest. Either way, he was in possession of knowledge totally unknown to even the most learned among us. Necrovarus told us he had been brought by a vision he had of an underground source of power. He inspired us to delve beneath the town, promising us the power to repel the vampires. Underneath Phasmatis we found a pool of green slime, that necrovirus called ectoplasm. He showed us how to build the ectofungus, which would turn the ectoplasm into the power he had promised us. Indeed, this ectopower did repel the vampires. They would not enter Port Phasmatis once the ectofungus began working, but little did we know that we had exchanged one evil for yet another ectopower. Little by little, we began to lose any desire for food or water, and our desire for the ectopower grew until it dominated our thoughts entirely. Our bodies shriveled, and one by one, we died. The ectofungus and the power that it emanates keeps us here as ghosts. Some, like myself, content to remain in this world, some becoming tortured souls who we do not allow to pass our gates. We would be able to pass over to the next world, but Necrovirus has used his power to create a psychic barrier, preventing us. We must remain here for all eternity, even unto the very end of the world. That is a very sad story. Would you help us obtain our release into the next world? Yeah, sure, why not? Of course I will. Tell me what you want me to do. Oh, thank you. Necrovirus will not listen to those of us who are already dead. He might rethink his position if someone with a mortal soul pleaded to our cause. That seems naive. If he declines, there might be yet another way. Well, I mean, if he imprisoned you here in the first place, you think he's gonna just let you go, if I ask nicely? This guy looks like a ghost too. Maybe he just wanted some ghost friends. You know, misery loves company. I must speak with you on behalf of Valerina. You dare speak that name in this place? She wants to pass. Silence, or I will incinerate the flesh from your bones. Come at me, mate. But she, get out of my sight, or I promise that you will regret your insolence for the rest of eternity. Oh fuck, now I need ecto tokens. Alright. Oh my god. And I forgot to buy the buckets and all that on the way. Alright. I unlocked the music track, that's what it was all about. I told her though, it's just like, oh, just go ask him. It's like, cunt, he deliberately trapped you. If he was gonna let you go just because somebody who wasn't a ghost asked, he clearly wasn't very committed to his plan in the first place. And he was committed enough to imprison a whole town and get them worshipping some evil vice of toxic goo. Now, I also need to find something weak to kill to get bones. Because... 1k for a bucket pack, fuck that. Alright, so we don't need the chicken or the feathers, because unlike back in the day, oh that's right, you can't just use a bucket. It's all the same fucking goo. Oh, easy task. 15? I can come and go 7 times now. Okay, now let's go back to Valerina and tell her why that was a stupid idea. I feared as much. You spoke of another way. It is only a small chance. During the building of our ectofungus, one of Necrovirus's disciples spoke out against him. It is such a long time ago I cannot remember her name, although I knew her as a friend. She fled before the ectofungus took control over us. But being a disciple of Necrovirus, she would have been privy to many of his darker secrets. She may know of a way to aid us without Necrovirus. Do you know where she can be found? I have a vision of a small wooden shack that's built on the unholy soil of Mauritania. Sea is very close. Alright, I feel like it's this house. If it's not, I'm really lost. Hello, old crone. Were you once a disciple of Necrovarus in the temple of Phasmatis, old woman? I don't remember. I am so old and my memory goes only back so far. Is there anything that can help refresh your memory? Yes, I'd love a nice hot cup of nettle tea. Then go around the haunted forest. Fuck, dude, does it have to be from there? I don't want to go in the haunted forest. Is the haunted woods the same as the haunted forest? Why would you even want to drink nettles anyway? It's like, they sting you, you know? Find a herb that isn't painful. Ah, there's nettles right there. Does graceful count as gloves for the purposes of pitting nettles? It does. I'll bring two. You know, always take a backup. You never know. You drink out of a bucket. I mean, if one nettle is really good, then you know what slaps really hard is an entire bucket of nettle tea. Then I'll use... It's kind of weird that you can use the fountain water as drinking water, honestly. Wouldn't catch me drinking out of Varrock's fountains. There's like the only two ranges in the city. Everyone must come here to cook their food, like communally. So then water. Then if I add nettles to the hot water, god damn it. Oh, you've got to add it, you add it to the water before heating it. Oh, you don't even need a cup, you can just drink it out of the bowl. But you know, we're fancy around here. I'm a little bit worried now that it doesn't call it nettle tea. See, we got the backup. I'm gonna get the backup and then just leave it in the bowl. Alright, got your tea. Right here. Do you want the bowl or the cup? It's only you ever drink from my special cup. Ah, you freak. Alright, nettle tea with, that's herbal tea with milk, that sounds, God. I mean, nettle tea was kind of suspect to begin with. And now you want to, I've tried milk and green tea, just because, I don't know, and it tasted foul. I was sort of setting over to the zombie cow, but I have a feeling like nothing the milk. I feel like the undead cow isn't going to give high quality dairy products. See, if I didn't want to have so much fun, I could look up a guide ahead of time which would list all of the items that I might need. But then I wouldn't get the fun of walking backwards and forwards several times. Alright. Use milk for the tea. An enlightenment glows from within her eyes. Ah, that's better. Now let me see. Yes, I was once a disciple of Necrovarus. I've come from Valerina. She needs your help. Valerina? That name sounds familiar. Yes, Valerina was once a very good friend. It has been many years since we spoke last. How is she? She's a ghost, I'm afraid. They are all dead then, even Valerina. I should have done something to stop what was happening instead of running away. She and many others want to pass on to the next world, but Necrovarus will not let them. Do you know of any way to help them? There might be one way. Do you have a ghost speak amulet? Yes. Wearing one right now. Well, that's a stroke of luck. There is an enchantment that I can perform on such an amulet that will give the power of command over ghosts. It'll work only once, but this will enable you to command Necrovarus to let the other ghosts pass on. What you need to perform the enchantment. Necrovarus had a magical robe, for which he must have no more use. Only these robes held the power needed to perform the enchantment. All the rituals came from a book written by an ancient sorcerer from the east called Harakanto. Bring me this strange book. I cannot read the letters of the eastern lands. I will need something to help me translate the book. I'll go and search for the items you need. Is that all the help you get? It would be nice if I got a bit more direction than just get these clothes and books. It's a big freaking world.